Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to.
Inside Italy's impossible $13.5 billion bridge.
Longest suspension bridge in the world, with a
We've seen this
single
bridge,
span of
remember?
3.3
It's scary.
kilometers, supported by two towers taller than the Eiffel Tower.
I don't think I would cross it.
And it is impossible because we saw in the background about it. Oof, it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
very difficult to build.
Designed to resist winds up to 300 kilometers an hour and survive earthquakes as strong as magnitude 7.5, Italy's Strait of Messina Bridge is unlike anything ever built before. The cables alone will contain over 44,000 steel wires, and the deck will stretch wide enough for 6 traffic lanes and 2 railway tracks.
Wow.
After decades of
Wow.
delays, the €13.5 billion project is finally being
Oh, so it's euro, not dollars. Oh, the title is misleading.
revived, with construction expected to begin in 2025. It promises to carry 6,000 vehicles and 200 trains per day, linking Sicily directly to Europe's high-speed rail and road networks. So why is Italy risking it all for this colossal mega project?
I mean, why? Because it would change the game big time instead of using a little, what you call it, ferry.
Yeah.
To go
Time
and
consuming
yeah,
ferry.
this is a big deal if they can build it. It's just the complexities of it. That video we watched about it, oof, it's a very difficult project.
Why here? And why now? Let's find out. The Strait of Messina is no ordinary stretch of water. It's a symbolic barrier that separates Sicily from mainland Italy. On one side, you have Villa San Giovanni in Calabria. On the other, the bustling city of Messina. At just over 3 kilometers wide, it seems like an easy crossing. Ferries make the trip every day, moving people and goods between Sicily and mainland Italy. So, what's the problem? What looks like a peaceful sea is actually one of the most dangerous places in Europe. This
Yep,
narrow
we saw
strait
that.
sits right on a fault line where two huge pieces of the Earth's crust are constantly moving. That's no small thing. In 1908, this exact area was rocked by a massive 7.1 earthquake. It flattened the cities of Messina and Reggio Calabria, killed over 100,000 people, and even caused a
What, 100,000? Holy shit.
tsunami. And the fault is still active today. But the ground isn't the only thing causing trouble. The weather here is wild. Winds blow hard through the cliffs, reaching speeds of over 100 kilometers per hour. Down below, strong ocean currents make the waters even more dangerous. When storms hit, even today's modern ferries struggle to stay on course. So why does this crossing matter so much? Because Sicily depends on it. Sicily is the biggest island in the Mediterranean, home to more than 5 million people. It's a key region for farming, shipping, tourism, and culture. But its connection to the rest of Italy is weak, fully reliant on ferries that often can't run during bad weather. That means food trucks get delayed. People miss important trips. Even trains have to be loaded onto floating barges, using a system so old it goes back to the 1800s. And then there's the symbolism. For decades, Sicily has felt cut off, economically and
I think last time we did a video on this, it was unclear if they're gonna build it, so I guess they voted to build it now.
politically. A bridge would mean more than faster travel. It would be a unifying landmark, a promise that the island isn't peripheral, but connected, part of something bigger. That's why, for more than 50 years, Italian governments kept
I
bringing
wonder if
the
the whole
idea
country is for it.
Well, Sicilians are definitely for it.
back. Again and again, the Strait of Messina Bridge was proposed. But every time, something stopped it. High costs, political debates, or concerns from environmental groups. So, what's different now? In 2023, everything changed. The Italian government gave the project new life, pulling old designs off the shelf that had been frozen for over a decade. Now, the question is no longer should the bridge be built, but how? To understand how massive this project really is, think about this. A bridge that stretches 3.6 kilometers long, hanging in the air between two towers that rise 399 meters high. That's taller than the Eiffel Tower. Now, place this bridge near an active earthquake zone, over waters that twist and churn with strong, swirling currents. Sounds impossible, right? But this is exactly where Italy plans to build one of its boldest engineering projects ever. So, what makes this bridge so special?
So you see, they're not putting nothing in the water because that was the issue. The waters, you can't really put.
It's very deep.
It's very deep, yeah. So the idea is it's just gonna be Nope.
What's supposed to in the middle?
Hmm?
In the middle.
The ten, what you call it? The what's the
It
fucking
seems
thing
like
called?
it seems like they have it like even farther more inland before they actually start, because I thought they were gonna start at the end here and then go across, but it seems like that's like the starting point of the middle to give it support to the next beam.
Main span, the part that hangs freely between the two giant towers, will be 3,300 meters long. That's longer than any suspension bridge span in the world. To give you an idea, it's about 60% longer than Turkey's 1915 Çanakkale Bridge, which currently holds the world record. Just imagine
But they have
the
one in the middle of the
size.
water.
But how will this bridge stand tall and strong in such a dangerous spot? Each of the two towers will be built on land, one on the Sicily side in Torre Faro, and the other on the mainland in Villa San Giovanni,
They don't look
Calabria.
that far.
That means the builders don't have to put the foundations deep
No.
underwater, which helps them
3 kilometers is far. It's far.
avoid the worst parts of the swirling sea currents. Still, the land they're building on isn't easy to work with. The soil is tricky, and earthquakes are a real threat. So, how do engineers deal with that kind of danger? Experts from Rome's Sapienza University and Italy's National Institute of Geophysics helped study the area. With their help, the bridge was designed to survive earthquakes up to magnitude 7.5. That's even stronger than the huge earthquake that hit this region in 1908, which sadly killed over 100,000 people. So, how will the bridge handle all that pressure from the earth? It's all about flexibility. The design includes aerodynamic decks and flexible suspension cables, built to move with the ground instead of cracking under stress. And these cables? They're giants. Each one is made from over 44,000 steel wires with a diameter of 1.26 meters. In total, they stretch a whopping 5.3 kilometers. But that's not the only challenge. What about the wind? To tackle this, the bridge went through tough wind tunnel tests in Canada, Denmark, the UK, and Italy. Why? To prove it could handle wind tests up to 270 kilometers per hour. That's 167 miles per hour. The results
it
were
doesn't
impressive.
shake?
The structure remained stable.
I think it's not necessarily doesn't shake. It doesn't get structurally damaged if it does even shake a little bit, because I think there has to be some leeway with the cables. You know, even if there is a earthquake, it can shake, but it doesn't structurally change anything.
Even at 292 kilometers per hour, with cars and trains on the deck at the same time. Now, let's talk about what this bridge will carry. It'll have 3 lanes for cars in each direction, including space for emergencies. Down the middle, 2 train tracks will run straight through. In total, it can carry 6,000 vehicles every hour and up to 200 trains a day. That's a lot of traffic. So, how wide does the bridge need to be? The answer, 60.4 meters wide, almost double the width of a regular highway. But wait, there's more. The bridge isn't the only thing being built. On both sides of the strait, over 40 kilometers of new roads and railway tracks will be added. And here's the twist, 80% of it will run through tunnels. On the Sicilian side, 3 new underground train stations will also be built. These will connect over 400,000 people in the region with a whole new network. So what's happening on the Calabrian side of the bridge? A brand new business center is planned in Piale. Picture this,
Oh,
a hub
wow.
full of logistics services, modern meeting spaces, and restaurants
This is gonna be like a 20-year project. This is gonna take a long ass time, if not even more.
buzzing with activity. This isn't merely the addition of a few buildings, it's part of a larger vision. The goal is to transform Messina and Reggio Calabria into a connected urban powerhouse, fueling growth and innovation across the region. Now, let's talk numbers. The full system, bridge, roads, tunnels, and urban upgrades, is expected to cost around 13.5 billion euros. Surprised? Almost half of that, about 40%, goes straight into building the bridge. The rest? It's for everything that supports it, from local roads to environmental safety measures. And speaking of the environment, yes, concerns are real. The Strait of Messina isn't just any stretch of water. It's protected under EU biodiversity laws. It's a key flyway for birds and home to marine mammals. So how are they handling this? The new plans include things like reforestation, river protection, and restoring natural habitats. Still wondering if that's enough? An environmental impact study was done in 2024. It gave the green light, but not without strings attached. 62 conditions must be followed, most of them
Damn.
keeping a close watch during construction and reducing damage along the way. But there's another big question. What about the mafia? This is Italy, and the authorities aren't
Yeah, remember, I think that was one of the holdups,
Mm.
also mafia. Well, that's interesting.
ignoring the risk. With both Cosa Nostra and 'Ndrangheta known for interfering in construction, the government is stepping up. WeBuild, the main contractor, says this will be one of the most closely watched projects in Europe. National police, anti-corruption agencies, and even international regulators will all be keeping an eye on things. But even with all the cool technology, safety steps, and checks for the environment, there's something even bigger going on here. This bridge is far more than a local project. It's a crucial piece of the Trans-European Transport Network. More specifically, it fits into the Berlin-Palermo rail corridor. Once it's done, people will be able to take a high-speed train all the way from Northern Europe right down into Sicily without stopping. And what about money and jobs? The numbers are huge. Experts say building the bridge will create 120,000 jobs over
Wow.
7 years. At its busiest point, about
So it's gonna
7,000
take only
people will be
seven
working on it
years?
at the same time.
It's
And
not
could
gonna take
finally
7
help
years.
southern
This is
Italy
way more
become
than
a
7 years
strong new
type of
trade hub
project.
for goods coming through the Suez Canal. So, can it be done? If the plans get approved on time, construction is set to begin in late 2025. And if everything goes
Really?
smoothly, Italy's most talked about bridge could finally open by the end of 2032. Do you think the Strait of Messina Bridge will succeed
Seven
or
years?
collapse under its own ambition? Let us know your thoughts. And don't
I don't know.
I don't
They
know if they're
make
gonna build it
plans.
that
It's gonna
quickly
take
though.
longer.
Yeah, I don't know. 7 years is really quick. This is a big
And
project.
the budget too is add more
Oh,
money to it.
yeah, it's gonna need more money than the budget. But this is
Mhm.
very interesting. This is, seems like one of the, if they accomplish it, would be one of the biggest achievements in the modern history. I think this is a very, very complex project. Yeah, we saw that video. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I'm glad it's happening. I'd love to see it
Mm.
happen.
I wonder how fast you could get through.
The speed limit is probably regular. I don't think there's that matters
Mm.
much.
Can I see the comments?
I think the only thing what they might control is the traffic. So like how many cars go. Like there might be a light
Yeah.
to when to allow cars to go, so
Let's say
not to
like
overload it.
6,000.
Yeah, to not overload it. You know the weight. Uh, and there might be like truck limit on trucks, how often trucks go, stuff like that. But
Oh.
250. I doubt there's ever ice in the Strait of Messina. Italiani are masters, engineers, and craftsmanship. It's time to build and employ thousands of people.
That's good too as well. People are able to make money too.
Yeah, the bringing of jobs is really good. My grandfather
Mhm.
left Messina for USA the day before the earthquake. Wow, he got lucky. He always told us
Wow.
about how lucky he was. He even kept the shoes he wore that day. The
Ooh.
day he took the ferry over to Calabria. Wow.
Mm. Okay. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.